Alright, welcome race fans once again to MaxSpeedTV. We have another great race in store for you here, as always, on the MaxSpeedTV channel. Tonight, or this afternoon, it is our only afternoon race thus far here in the series. But it is the TND RusticDecor.com short track series here on MaxSpeedTV. So definitely going to be some great racing here this afternoon. They currently are in practice, so we are actually going to put up the practice screen for you here in this practice mode. As it is, looks like we have a driver 96 is not showing a name. We'll see if we can't reset and get that fixed here in just a little bit. But again, that is Carl Hayes, who is on the track right now, or going on the track to complete a first lap. We'll see if his name does pop in. We've been having a minor issue with that, but we are working to get that fixed. So coming up later on MaxSpeedTV, next is going to be qualifying here from Irwindale Speedway. Monday night, 8 p.m. Central Time is going to be the No Excuses Sim Series TND 360 Sprint Car Series. And again, same night, Monday night at 10:30 p.m. Central Time, we head over to the Northwest Xfinity Series at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So another great race there as well. So two great races coming up on Monday night. So again, those two coming up later this week, and we have plenty more races coming up after that. So definitely stay tuned for all of that racing action coming up. Right now we are in practice, so we're going to step away here for just a minute, and we might grab a driver or two to get an interview in, and then we will be right back. Alright, do apologize for that little bit of a graphical overlay there. We did have some minor issues there, but we are getting that sorted out, so we do again apologize for that. We were working on some new stuff, and something did not go right here tonight to try to get that sorted out, so we are going to keep messing with that. But again, we are here in the practice mode at the moment, so we do apologize for that, as we will put that graphic back up on the screen for you, letting you know again the 96 does have a name. That is looking for him now on the list, Carl Hayes. He's actually right there on the track. Again, not sure why his name is not showing up. Something with the INI file here on iRacing, so we do apologize for that. We will try to fix that during the National Anthem. We will get stuff resorted here, but right now, again, we are here in practice for another 10.5 minutes. So thanks everybody for tuning in here tonight with us. Again, apologize for the minor overlay issue that does happen when you're working on some new stuff, as it did here tonight. But as always, if you're tuning in, whether it's on Facebook or on YouTube here tonight, definitely, if you're on the YouTube side, hit that subscribe button if you have not before, and definitely hit that thumbs up and let the drivers know you like the racing here on MaxSpeedTV. So that being said, I know we do have some of the sponsors out there watching here tonight, so we want to go through all of the sponsors on the racing side of things. Of course, We do have SimSpeedShop.com that is going to be here with us tonight as we switch back to our main overlays. In SimSpeedShop.com, a big shout out to them. HREMotorsports.com, Elite 7 Racing. Both of those teams helping us here on MaxSpeedTV do what we do. Virtual2Reality.tv, Dirtco Media House, and our newest partner, Ohio IndyCar Racing League. Big shout out to them for coming on aboard. But we don't want to leave out all the sponsors that make the racing side of things possible. Again, that is T&D Rustic Decor. Big shout out to them for being the title sponsor of both this and the 360 series on Monday night. And the championship award sponsor goes to TJ Woodworking. Come next Monday, this coming up Monday, tomorrow, we will crown our champion in the 360 series. They will be getting a awesome looking plaque from TJ Woodworking as we're watching the 92 of Dylan Altum going around there. But again, next week we will crown the champion for that series, and then in a few weeks we will crown the champion here in this series. They do go a little bit longer, but again, tonight we are watching the T&D Rustic Decor Short Track Series, as it is going to be a eventful race to say the least. We've seen this last week. We had a few cars spinning out, about 14 cars, 13 here, as it looks like Chris Arencia came in as a driver and not a spectator. He is not racing here. He is our fill-in race control, as race control is not here today. Unfortunate for that, but not sure where our race control is. They were a no-show here tonight. Chris Arencia from UDRA jumping in there. We will be doing them here tonight at 6:30 Central Time. So we'll be covering that race as well. But again, we're here in practice for another 8 minutes. So let's see if we can't get a driver in here and get a quick word in. We'll see if we can't possibly pull up Brian Jones. We'll pull up Chuck Kemper here and get a word in with him. Chuck Kemper, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Well, first off, we're going to get some interviews here for the pre-race show here in practice. You're 1 point ahead of Brian Jones right now in the point standings. You're running the sponsors here tonight. You got TJ Woodworking and T&D Rustic Decor on that car. So we've seen how frustrating this track can be from past weeks and also practicing this week. So that being said, what is going to be a big key to getting around this track safely here today?
Getting around safely, that would be the key. Just keeping your nose clean, being patient. Don't do anything the truck isn't ready to do. It seems to get slick as the race goes on. Careful when you get back in the gas, kind of thing.
Well, definitely, we've seen a lot of people spinning. We didn't see too many at practice this week. We're hoping that obviously the Daytona 500 doesn't come back and bite us, but we have 13 drivers. Normally we have around 17 to 19, so the majority of the guys are still here. I know we have some that are stuck doing schoolwork, and we got a couple of drivers that are just down sick right now with a bug going around. So not much you can do. You're already at the top, but this could be a good night for some of these drivers that have missed a race in the past to catch up and get back into the championship battle here. Especially Rachel Hunt. We were looking at the points. We don't necessarily saw her as a threat last season. She was really getting a little more, I guess you could say, aggressive, trying to hone her skills in. But she's definitely a threat to win that championship here tonight, or this season. So are you on the lookout for her?
Always. I don't know what it is. Seems like every race, Rachel and I end up one behind the other. I enjoy racing with her. She's a great, clean racer. Like you said, I like this aggressive side of her. I'm pulling for her. I'm one of her biggest fans.
Well, definitely, like I said,
Now,
Not
I'm not
so
going to give it
much.
to her, but I'm pulling for her.
She definitely, we've watched her race, and she has progressively got. She's not aggressive like in the sense of wrecking somebody, but she's definitely not letting people by
That's right.
as much as she used to. So we'll be watching for her, as well as you and Brian Jones. Y'all are the top 3 right now. So obviously we know you have some sponsors on there. So who are those sponsors, or any shout out you want to give here for this race tonight?
Well, big thanks to MaxSpeedTV for airing it, and T&D Rustic Decor for sponsoring us and the series, and TJ Woodworking, awesome woodwork that they put out. Check out their Facebook page. Check out our website when it's back up and running. We'll have some of their sample plaques up there as well as some of the other woodworking.
Yeah, definitely check them
I
out.
just want to correct you on one thing. Now, you mentioned Brian and Rachel and me at the top, but there's every one of these drivers is capable of winning this race. This is one of the best fields, best leagues that I've ever been a part of, and that makes it all the more enjoyable. You know, it's a different winner every other week. I think Aaron's the only 2-time winner, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a great group of drivers, and have a ball to racing with them.
Let's see. We'll take a look at that. Actually, nobody has doubled here in this season. In the 5 races we had Brian Jones, Charlie Ryan, Andy Oakley, Shahil Mustak, and Aaron Maspero. So we have not had a repeat winner here.
There you have it.
So if we continue that trend, today could be your day to bring home a victory.
I hope to do that. We'll see.
Well, we'll see. I know Ed's pretty quick, so we'll be keeping an eye on him as well. So we'll keep an eye on all of these drivers, but we'll let you get back down to the pits so you can go over any race control stuff you need to do, and we'll be back here in about a minute or so to get ready for qualifying.
Thanks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to step away here. We have about 5 minutes, so we're going to step away, get to the national anthem, and then we will come right back with the end of qualifying here in just a second.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here, and it looks like the last few drivers are on the track right now. Landon Heidi is out on the track as he is going to come across the line to put in a 18.5.30, which will put him a little bit faster, but still back in 12th position at the moment here in qualifying. Carl Hayes running a 28.861. That's not going to be his fastest time. He did run a 15.8 or 5.66. Obviously, that did not count as lap either. We'll see if he makes his way back out here in just a minute. But taking a look here at our qualifying, it is currently Andy Oakley at the top. So actually, give us 1 second. We are going to restart here and see if we can't get the name to show up there for the 96 of Carl Hayes. Alright, we have the overlays back up again. Hopefully Carl Hayes and the number 96 will show up in the overlays now. Having a minor issue to where they are not wanting to show up if we have not, or if they have not completed a lap. So hopefully, since qualifying has just about wrapped up, he will be in there. But taking a look, that is your top 10 here in qualifying. It is Andy Oakley, Chuck Kemper, Ed Sauls, Trey Galgon, Brian Jones. Aaron Rispero did make it. I did not think he was going to be here. He is said he was sick, so interesting to see him here. He's going to try to fight it out. 7th place, Caleb Weekly. 8th place, Rachel Hunt. 9th place, David Altman. 10th, Jason McSparron here for qualifying. Alright, as always, again, we do apologize for the minor issues we are having here. We are working on those overlays to get them some new stuff into them. But right now, there is some minor bugs in there, so we do apologize for that. But right now, it doesn't matter. We're getting ready for some great racing coming up here in just a few minutes. Right now, we have about 15 seconds, and then we will be moving on to grid. All right, that again will do it here for qualifying. Your race is up next. Thanks everybody for tuning in, whether you're on Facebook or on YouTube. But getting ready to come out on to the track here is going to be your HRE Motorsports starting grid. Let's go ahead and go through it. Starting on row 1 is going to be the 53 of Andy Oakley on the outside of row 1. Starting in second is going to be the 40 of Chuck Kemper. Row 2 on the inside is going to be Ed Sauls in number 81, and the in fourth on the outside is going to be the 49 of Trey Galgon. Row 3 on the inside, starting in fifth, is going to be Brian Jones, and sixth on the outside is going to be the 41 of Aaron Maspero. On row 4 on the inside, starting seventh, is going to be Caleb Weekly, and on his outside is going to be in eighth place, the number 16, Rachel Hunt. Row 5 is going to be inside the number 92, ninth place, Dylan Altum. That says David there, but that is Dylan. On his outside is going to be the 10th place car, number 23, Jason McSparron. Row 6 is going to be on the inside, the number 24 and 11th, Michael Given. And on his outside in 12th, the number 87 of Landon Heidi. Row 7 is going to be Carl Hayes in 13th in the number 96. Chris Cerencia again not racing here with us tonight. He is running race control for us here. So that is your HRE Motorsports starting lineup. Again, this should be a fantastic race coming up, as we are just about ready to take to racing 2 laps here for pacing, and then we will start lap 1 of 100. All right, again, everybody is getting ready. Pacing is underway here for 100 laps here at Irwindale. We just ran it last week, but we are running it again back to back. Today is the TJ Woodworking 100. So a big shout out to all these drivers that made it into here tonight. 13 drivers did make it, as the lights are off, so we may take 1 lap here. We're getting ready to take the green flag. And again, it looks like Andy Oakley is on pole. Chuck Kemper to his outside, and 1 more lap away, and we will go racing for the first time here in your race. Again, this is the TJ Woodworking 100 here on MaxSpeedTV. All right, let us know if you have a favorite in chat, but it doesn't matter much longer. Anybody can win. This is a huge field as we are now getting ready. There it is. Green flags out. Put the top 3 up on the overlays for you. And we are racing here in the 100 lap event here for TJ Woodworking 100. And they're all coming side by side. Nobody single file yet. And Andy Oakley is out front at the moment. Chuck Kemper getting way out of shape, and we got cars going around. And it looks like it's going to be Ed Sauls going around. It looks like Brian Jones going to get involved. No caution came out. Chuck Kemper getting involved, as he is now back in 10th position. Somehow no caution coming out of that, as we had 4 cars possibly getting tangled up together. And that is going to put Andy Oakley out front, and caution will indeed come out now. A little bit delayed, but I do believe that's what it was for. So let's go back a little bit here. We're going to have to go back quite a ways. Let's see if we can catch this. Let's see here what indeed happened there. Ed Sauls gets into the 40, gets into the 21, and that causes all 3 of them to go around. That should have brought out the caution there. It did not actually bring it out. A bit of a delayed caution, but indeed Ed Sauls is smoking heavily. That car has got major damage, as everyone still is on the lead lap as we go back up to live here. Let's take a look here with your race leader. It is Andy Oakley right now. Again, Andy Oakley is still your race leader. He has led all 4 laps so far as we're on lap 5. First caution comes out. Let's take a look here. Right there you see it is indeed the first caution of the night. 3 laps, 95 laps still left to go. So the question is, who is going to come away with the win here tonight? That could be anybody at this point, as we've seen just now. Ed Sauls, Chuck Kemper, and Brian Jones, 3 of the fastest drivers in this series, having major damage very early on here in the race, as we'll see what is going to happen in the remainder of this race. And it looks like we have several people coming to pit road here. Carl Hayes is going to be coming to pit road, so let's take a look at pit lane as you see him coming down. Again, Brian Jones coming to pit road. Carl Hayes coming to pit road. Chuck Kemper has already been on pit road. Ed Sauls looks to be done already. Not sure if he maybe forgot to do his fast repair here, but again, he indeed is out of this race quite early now. Let's go back to your race leader, and let's see if we can't get a word in here with Ed Sauls and see what happened there. Ed Sauls, you got a copy?
Yep.
So what happened? We see you're already out of the race now, 1 lap down. We saw you were smoking, but it seemed like a caution didn't come out. It may have came out a little delayed, but let us know what happened there to have you 3 cars spinning there.
I just pushed a little too early there and slid up, hit my teammate Chuck, got him sideways, got myself sideways, and cracked the wall. Sorry for those guys.
It does happen. Racing, unfortunately, has stuff like that. Didn't we watched it? Couldn't tell if you actually got him or if you just took the wind, the air off the back of his truck. But racing incidents do happen. So it looks like we're getting ready here. So it stinks to have you out so early, but I'm sure next week you'll come back and bounce back, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, you bet.
All right, again, that was Ed Sauls. So unfortunately, he is out of this race a little bit early. I had to come in here as the green flag is out. He just got off work coming in here to the race. But we are racing once again. Put the top 3 back up on the overlays. Andy Oakley out front. Aaron Maspero is currently second. We are going to keep a close eye on Chuck Kemper and Brian Jones, as those are your top 3. Look at Rachel Hunt. We talked about her earlier, running that number 16 Reese's paint job here. By far, probably one of the favorite candies here in America. It is a awesome piece of chocolate, to say the least. She is running right now in third. In points. She stands to gain a lot of points right now, as she is, again, sitting in third place in points. Jason McSparron, what a run he's putting together here in that number 23 Skoll paint job. He is definitely putting together a good run himself. Caleb Leakley right behind him in 6th position in that number 12 paint job. And here comes the one we're going to keep an eye on, Chuck Kemper. He's going to get by Michael Given right there at the line, and he will take 7th position from him. So he's going to work his way back through the field using his fast repair very early in this race. Again, Brian Jones, another one involved in that, and it looks like he is going to try to get by Michael Given as well. But again, Michael Given's putting on a good run here. We have not seen him practice as much because of a work schedule. He does not get to come here on Friday nights, so he has to do all of his practicing by himself and hope that he has a good setup to compare with the rest of these guys, as now Chuck Kemper is actually going to get by Caleb Leakley for 6th position, working his way back up through the field. But up front, it is still now Andy Oakley dropped to 2nd. Aaron Maspero did get by him to lead his first lap just now. Again, very interesting, as Aaron was telling us he wouldn't be here being sick. But you wouldn't know it by the way he is driving that truck here tonight. He is putting on a heck of a run here tonight. Definitely a very good driver to come out here sick and still be able to put together a good run. Definitely a awesome driver. We're actually losing our voice there just a little bit. We are going to hang to the back here a little bit, as you see side by side. It is now Chuck Kemper and Jason McSparron it looks like Jason McSparron is actually going to lose 2 spots to Chuck Kemper and Caleb Weekly. So the question is, can Chuck Kemper get back to the front of this race? As you see, Jason McSparron scrape the wall just a little bit, and that is going to cost him 2 more spots as he's going to gain 1 back. Oh, Michael Given goes into the inside wall. They may have had contact there. A caution is out. No, never mind. Caution thought it was coming out. It is not out. So Michael Given is going to limp that car around. He's got major damage to the front of that car, but our apologies. We really thought a caution would come out, but it has not. So we're going to go right back here to your 4th position car, Trey Galgon, and these guys and gals are not giving up without a fight right now. This is going to be a good battle. Again, the top 4 right now are Aaron Maspero, Andy Oakley, Rachel Hunt, Trey Galgon, and Chuck Kemper back up to 5th position. Everyone's kind of single-filed out at the moment. So we will definitely keep an eye, as right now Trey Galgon is definitely trying to get by Rachel Hunt for 3rd position, just unable to do it at the moment here. Let's take a little bit wider angle and see if we can't see here. As there it is, you can see here comes Trey Galgon going to try. Couldn't complete the pass. He is going to have to settle back for 4th position, as those two are battling so close right now, as you can watch them here on your screen. Rachel Hunt doing a fantastic job here on the lap 23 of 100 to hold off the hard-charging Trey Galgon for 3rd position. So again, let us know in chat if you have a favorite driver here. Who are you rooting for to win here tonight? We have a lot of great drivers in this race, and it could be anyone's game. We really thought Chuck Kemper would be up front, but again, as you heard from Ed Sauls, pushed it a little bit too early here and ended up getting into a scuffle there with his teammate. As you're going to see side by side, a little door tap there from Rachel Hunt and Trey Galgon, as Rachel Hunt hangs on to it, and they're still side by side for 3rd position. At the line, it is going to be Rachel Hunt once again. Let's go back and get a different angle at that here. Look and see Rachel Hunt's doing just a fantastic job, and that is probably the best battle going on right now for 3rd position. Aaron McSparrow, again, told us he was not feeling good. He was under the weather, sick, but he is here racing tonight. 2nd place is Andy Oakley, and he is right now got a lap car, I do believe. He is guy racing with the 24 of Michael Given, who is currently 1 lap down just now when Aaron did get by him. So again, that's Michael Given in the 24. Hey, he is limping that car around. He has heavy damage to that. Again, caution did not come out when he had that wreck. As now we're watching the 16 of Rachel Hunt going to try to get by him. Can Trey Galgon and Rachel Hunt get by Michael Given cleanly here? That's going to be interesting. We'll see, as they are going to indeed get by him without too much of a problem. And here comes Chuck Kemper. He's going to try to get into the mix now as well. All right, looks like we have some first timers in chat. Definitely thanks for tuning in here tonight as you're watching the 40 of Chuck Kemper pass up the lap car of Michael Given in the 24. Again, caution did not come out when he got into the walls. We're now on lap 31. That was a battle right there going on as you watch the 16 of Rachel Hunt in front and the 49 of Trey Galgon just behind her. They were putting on a battle there for just a little bit, but right now it is all about Rachel Hunt in 3rd place. Another one we're keeping an eye on is right there, the 21 of Brian Jones. He was also involved in that early incident on lap 2, I do believe it was, as now he is trying to hang on to every position he can. Looks like he did not get all of his damage done, as he's got major damage to the back of that number 21 Chevrolet truck here tonight. Another one we'll look to see move up a little bit. Carl High is currently back in 7th position. I do look to see him move up just a little bit here in the race. Taking a look, one that has fallen off a little bit here is Jason McSparron, back in 9th place in that number 23 Skull paint job Chevrolet. He has fallen off just a little bit since the start, but I do look to see him move up just a little bit if he can. We'll see if he can do so. But we are actually going to step away here for a minute after everyone has kind of spread out. We're going to go on board with these guys here and let you see what it's like to be behind the wheel of one of these trucks. So again, we're going to step away and we will be right back here in just a lap or two. Alright, we are back here again. That was a few laps just around this track. Aaron McSparrow still out front. We are crouching on halfway right now. So again, a fantastic race here. Everyone's really spread out, so there's not a whole lot of battles going on here tonight in this race. But again, every position counts here. Andy Oakley currently in second. Trey Galgon did get by Rachel Hunt while we were on board with these guys and gals, as Rachel Hunt is in here, and he did pass her. And here comes Chuck Kemper. He's going to try to get the 4th position from Rachel Hunt, as it looks like he may do it here. She's not giving it up. She is going to battle extremely hard. She is not going to just hand over those positions anymore. She has gotten really good at battling with these guys. We watch her race just about every day. She does this in the official races, so she is getting a lot of practice for these tracks here on iRacing, and it's definitely paid off for her. But for anyone just tuning in with us here tonight, you are watching the TJ Woodworking 100 here at Irwindale Speedway. So another great race, as it looks like Brian Jones, we'll take a look here. He is coming into pit road, as he is just making a stop here. Not sure if he is repairing some damage or what, but he again is on a pit road, as you see him getting ready to come to his pit stall, and he will be stopping here right about there. He is going to make his pit stop, so he is going to get some damage repair, get some new tires and fuel, and he will be back out on to the track here, as you see him right there getting damage repaired. But out front right there is your race leader, Aaron McSparrow, out front. Again, thought he would not make it here, as he was not feeling good, but he did indeed make it to the race. He is coming from about, I believe he started 4th, and he's up at the front. Good job for him here to be leading this race, as he is about to put Michael Given another lap down, so that will put him 2 laps down. Only looks like we got 6 cars on the lead lap now. There's your last lead lap car of Carl Hayes in 6th position. So the question is, can Aaron Maspero hang on to the race win here so far? He is doing a good job. It looks like he's about to put the 92 of Dylan Altum another lap down. As you see him right there, he indeed does put him one more lap down, as we are over halfway done with this race, and he is pulling out to a sizable lead, 2.349 seconds over second place Andy Oakley, and 5.7 second lead over third place Trey Galgon, as Chuck Kemper does get by Rachel Hunt, and he will move forward. He's going to try to get back to the front. Again, he has a sizable lead right now over Brian Jones, who's currently back in 11th position. So that could widen that gap just a little bit in the point standings. Right now, Chuck Kemper has a 1-point lead over Brian Jones, but that gap will grow here after this race if that's how they do finish indeed. And we will keep an eye on that. Another one that will gain some points, it looks like, on Brian Jones if he remains back where he is 2 laps down. That is Rachel Hunt in the 16. She is, I believe, 19 points behind the lead, so she will definitely gain some on second place, Brian Jones. So we're going to keep an eye on her. Again, if we look at the point standings here, we'll see if we can't pull them up real fast for you and let you know she is indeed 18 points out of second. So she will not take second place from Brian Jones, but she will gain about 6 points on him. So she is working her way to the championship here. If she can hang on and keep doing what she's doing, she very well could be the champion. So the question is, will Rachel Hunt be the champion? Will it be Chuck Kemper, Brian Jones? Those are your top 3. Anybody's guess as to who it'll be. And it could be one of these drivers, Aaron Maspero, Trey Galgon. Up front right now is, again, Chuck Kemper gets by Rachel Hunt for third. And here comes another car. We'll look here. I believe that is the 53. He is actually, that's Andy Oakley 1 lap down now. Looks like he made a pit stop, so everyone's starting to make their pit stops. So this could get very interesting how this cycles out. If we get a caution and trap these guys a lap down, that is not going to be good, as it looks like Jason McSperrin is now going to go to pit road right there at the edge of your screen. So who is going to be the next one to make a pit stop here in this race? 61 laps in. Aaron Maspero still out front. Trey Galgon out front. Chuck Kemper has already made a pit stop 55 laps ago, so not sure if he is going to make another pit stop or not. It looks like there's Rachel Hunt going to be making a stop to pit road as well. So there you see her. She is going to go to pit road. So that still leaves the lead. There he goes. Aaron Maspero pulling to pit road. Barring he does not get any black flags for speeding or anything. We'll see how this plays out. He is still the leader at the moment, but how long can he hang on to it? As it's right now a good battle between Chuck Kemper and Trey Galgon. And wow, we cannot talk today. Chuck Kemper will take the lead here for the first time in this race. We'll see how long he can hang on to it. Will he pit again is the question here on lap 64 when he crosses by the line right there to start lap 64. He is officially 1 lead lap, so he has led a lap, and he will get that bonus point. So right now, this is anybody's game. Not sure who is going to win it, as we have a good battle going on right now. Carl Heiss is in second place, back battling with the 49 of Trey Galgon, who is a lap down due to that pit stop. So 5 guys on the lead lap right now. Andy Oakley has regained his spot back on the lead lap in the number 53 machine. So we'll see if he can possibly win this race. Aaron Maspero is on the lead lap as well, even after making a pit stop. Obviously, he did put some of these guys a lap down, and they are back on the lead lap. So the only one that has not pitted so far is Chuck Kemper. But he did pit 61 laps ago. So he has 61 laps on those tires right now, and he's still passing people left and right. Carl Hayes in the 96 has 60 laps on his tires right now. So the freshest tires on the track right now belong to that car right there, the 41 of Aaron Maspero, with 4 laps on those tires. Will those fresh tires be any, will they help him any here at all in this race, as we're now lap 69 of 100, coming up here in just a second on lap 68, but again, fixing to be lap 69. There's Chuck Kemper. He is going to take it to pit road, get some fresh Goodyears on that one. He is now going to relinquish that lead to Carl Hayes, who is going to be your new race leader on lap 69 of 100. He's going to lead him around, and it looks like he will lead his first lap as well right there at the line. Carl Hayes leads the first lap. Chuck Kemper led 6 with 30 laps to go. Next time by. Again, the question is, can Carl Hayes hang on to the lead now from the hard-charging Aaron Maspero? Again, not feeling good, but he is here racing with us tonight. So what a good run. Again, it's here in the afternoon in the U.S. For us U.S.-based drivers. But for Aaron Maspero, he is not in the U.S., so it is actually pretty late for him right now. So he's not feeling good. It's late, and everybody knows you feel worse at night. But look at this trooper here running second place right now, as he is putting together a fantastic run. So again, Carl Hayes out front. Andy Oakley back on the lead lap, and he is now running with Rachel Hunt, who now Rachel Hunt is 1 lap down after pit stops. So a few cars getting trapped a lap down after those pit stops. So that is not what we wanted to see, and I'm not sure that's what they wanted to see either. But Caleb Weekly sitting in 4th place right now in the number 12. We have not talked about him a whole lot here in this race. He is currently sitting in 4th position, running a last lap of 18.463. Your leader's running an 18.454, so he's right there with the leader's times. It looks like we do have Tony Jones in the chat with us. Thanks for coming in to everyone here in chat. And a big shout out to Tony Jones. Again, that is from TJ Woodworking. This is the TJ Woodworking 100. Obviously 100 laps here at Irwindale. Again, tomorrow night we will crown the champion of the 360 series, and here in a few weeks we will crown the champion of this series, and those plaques will be coming from TJ Woodworking. So again, make sure you check them out on Facebook, and definitely if you're needing any woodworking done, whether it's plaques or anything like that, check him out. He can definitely engrave custom stuff into them. They come painted. They look amazing. So we do plan to use them for many years to come here in the No Excuses Sim series. That is some great looking woodwork. And out front is Carl Hayes. It looks like he's going to try to get by the 21 of Brian Jones and put him a lap down. Brian Jones not going to give it up without a fight, though, as he's going to battle back to stay on the lead lap. So don't blame him one bit right there, as he definitely does not want to go a lap down here in the race. So the question is, can Carl Hayes hang on to it from Aaron Maspero? Those two have been very fast, and you see them right there together, as the 41 is right on the back bumper of Carl Hayes. Can he get by him is the question. These two race each other quite often, if I recall correctly. So you know they're going to race each other clean, but the question is, can he get by him? And it looks like he will indeed do it. Right there, we have a new leader, Aaron Maspero, back to the front, as he is officially once again your race leader. And if he can lead at least one more lap here, as he has led 50 here in this race, one lap this time by, he will right there clinch the most laps led with 51 here in the race. So nobody can lead more laps than him. He will secure that position of leading the most laps. Andy Oakley led 13. Carl Hayes has led 11. We've actually had a few more leaders than that. Chuck Kemper has led a few laps as well. So big shout out to all these drivers making it here, as Aaron Maspero back to the front here in your race. 83 laps in the books. 80 right there. 84 has been started. So the question is, now with Aaron Maspero in the lead, can the 21 of Brian Jones hang on to the lead lap, as it looks like Caleb Weekly is going to come back down to pit road. I'm not sure if that is a scheduled stop or not. I don't think they're going to have to make more than one stop here. So he may be just coming in here, as he now has one lap on those tires here when he comes out of pit road, as he's going to get some fresh Goodyear tires. There we go. Looks like the 41 of Aaron Maspero will put the 21 of Brian Jones a lap down once again, as he again is your race leader. So again, big shout out to all the drivers here, especially Aaron Maspero. Again, feeling under the weather here. He is indeed leading this race right now. So one we thought might be your race winner here earlier today is Rachel Hunt. We have watched her improve so much. She did a very good job last week here at Irwindale as well. So again, big shout out to her, running currently 7th position, 1 lap down. Again, Brian Jones just going a lap down. And we're going to have to keep an eye on Chuck Kemper to see if he can hang on to the lead lap with Aaron Maspero out front. As you see right there, there is not much of a gap separating those two. We'll take a little bit wider angle here and show you just how small that gap is between 1st and 5th place right now. As there is your race leader, the 41, and Chuck Kemper just in the next corner. So when he's in turn 1, he is in Chuck Kemper is in turn 2. So we got to keep an eye on these guys, as it is going to be very close here. And it looks like they got the 87 of Landon Heidi. We have not talked about him much today. He's been kind of coasting around at the back right now, currently 5 laps down. So not the best run he's had, but we know everybody has off weeks, as he's having one here this week, but he will recover from that, I'm sure, and be back next week to put together a solid run. Again, taking a look at some others, Ed Saul's out of the race early, so we can't go to him. Unfortunately, that is not what he wanted to have happen, as we have 9 laps left to go here in the race. But he is, again, out of this race a little bit early here tonight. Nobody has anything right now for Aaron Maspero, as he has a 5.4 second lead, 11 second lead on 3rd place of the 49, Trey Galgon. As you can see right there, if you look at the overlays, it'll fluctuate between -11 and +6. That is indicating for all the fans out there that are watching, that +6 means that he's that close behind him, that it's showing him in front of him, because it is tricking the overlays. But that does indicate that he is right there, fixing to come back by him here shortly. Again, that is the 49. If we can pull him up here, Trey Gagon, that's 3rd place right now, as he is running him down. So even closer than that is the 40 of Chuck Kemper, on the verge of going a lap down as well. As it looks like Jason McSperion's going to come out of pit road here, and we got a car spinning, and that looks to be the 12 of Caleb Weekly. Not sure if he was coming out of pit road or trying to go to pit road. He did spin that with 5 laps to go here. Now 4 laps to go here in your race. Aaron Maspero still out front at the moment. So the $1 million question, can the driver that is under the weather here tonight, Aaron Maspero, come away with the win tonight? What a race for him. Again, not feeling good, but he has here Andy Oakley, who we thought might have a shot to win. He still possibly could by some free chance if something does happen. We talked about him early going a lap down, but he is now on the lead lap, setting 2nd place right now. So good run for him. The 49 of Trey Galgon sitting in 3rd position, hanging on to that for everything he can. And you got Chuck Kemper right behind him, as that's a battle for third position right now. Chuck Kemper's going to try to get it, but can Chuck Kemper get it is the question. White flag is in the air. Again, this is a battle for third, as it looks like Trey Galgon possibly will get it. We're going to take a look here to your race leader, and we'll jump back to third place here in a second. But there it is. Your race winner is going to be Aaron Maspero here tonight. Back to third place. Can Chuck Kemper get by Trey Galgon for third? He's going to dive it here in the corner. We'll see. I don't think it's going to happen. It is going to be Trey Galgon taking third place, Andy Oakley taking second, and Aaron Maspero taking first place here tonight. So what a run for all those drivers here tonight. Again, this is the TND Short Track Series presented by MaxSpeedTV. This particular race is the TJ Woodworking 100. So don't go anywhere, folks, as we are going to watch the 41 there do some donuts up against the wall, and we will be right back here in just a second with your top 3 interviews. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here with your post-race show, starting with third place here tonight. It is the 49 of Trey Galgon. First off, I'm pretty sure we saw you go a lap down at one point. You may not have. It seemed like everybody went down a lap here just about, and then came back, pit stops. But we want to go over that just a little bit here. This isn't like Lanier, so it's a little bit less confusing. That was a really confusing track as far as pit stops go, but with this one, you enter and exit on the same side of the track. So what is pit stops like trying to get in and out of here? And you're obviously going to go 1 lap down, but trying not to go 2 laps down.
You just got to kind of time it perfectly. You know, when the leaders are coming in pit road, you kind of have to come in with them. You know, and time it perfectly where you're not staying out too long. Because if you stay out too long, then when you do pit, you're probably going to go 2 laps down. So it's just about that timing.
Definitely timing is key. Obviously, you worked it out. It worked good in your favor here tonight. You finished a solid third place finish. The question is, with this open setup, did you have anything for Aaron here tonight?
Not really. The car was the truck is, you know, was plowing off the corners after the long run, so it was just kind of get what I can at the beginning, because after the long run went, the truck just went away. So,
well, definitely for a truck that was going away, you held in there to get a top 3 finish. I'm sure that will help you quite a bit in the point standings. But again, any sponsors or shout-outs you want to give for that third place finish here tonight?
Just like thank you guys for broadcasting the race.
All right. Well, again, congrats on third place. Finishing 1 spot ahead of him, the number 53, Andy Oakley. So, first off, Andy, we know for a fact you went a lap down. You come back to finish second. So, ups and downs all night. Again, this is a product of short track racing. I believe we only had 1, maybe 2 cautions here. So, had you had a caution to catch up with Aaron, do you think you could have run him down on a restart?
On the short run, probably not. I wouldn't have thought. Aaron was much better on the short go. On the long run, I was actually starting to catch him a little bit towards the end of the run, very slightly, but we were going around about the same pace, so it was difficult, really.
Definitely, probably the least cautions we've had, so definitely a good aspect on that. I believe actually only 2 cautions here. It was really weird. Everyone swapping spots. We saw you You went a little further down, I believe as low as 10th or 11th at one point, and worked your way back up. Again, some of that due to pit stops and all of that. But when you go a lap down at any racetrack, whether it's a super speedway or a tiny little track like this, does it ever run through your mind, hopefully a caution doesn't come out, you don't want to get trapped a lap down?
Towards the end of that second long run, I was praying not for a caution, to be honest. I pitted a little bit earlier to try and get a little bit of an undercut on Aaron, and I did gain some time on that, but unfortunately I got stuck in a little bit of traffic. But yeah, the longer it went on, the less I wanted a caution, really, to be honest.
Well, definitely you got your wish. I believe we went after that second caution. The rest of this race did finish under green, but so good overall racing night. But any sponsors or shout outs you want to give for that second place finish?
Just to yourselves for broadcasting, obviously the league for running it, and also to UK Som, who are my followers who are probably watching this laughing their heads off. So hello to yous, and yeah.
All right. Well, again, congrats on second place and finishing just one position ahead of him, leading 70 laps here tonight. Is the 41 of Aaron Maspero. Again, talked to him earlier via iRacing and told us he was not feeling good. So surprising to see him here. So first off, for not feeling good, you sure did drive like you were 100% here today.
Yeah, I think we had the best truck tonight. Again, Doug Pickering did a great job on the truck. Unfortunately, he's not had a race tonight, but yeah, I have to say, as soon as I finish talking to you guys, I'm going back to my sick bed. We've been a plague house this week.
Yeah, well, we won't keep you too long here. We know you need to get your rest, so we'll let you go celebrate while you're laying in bed, drinking some hot tea or some soup or whatever it is you are going to be doing to get yourself feeling better. But just to wrap it up real short, you dominated, as we've seen you do before. But any sponsors, shout out you want to give before you sign off and go get some rest?
Yeah, just thanks to the guys at Fast Lane Racing for giving us such a good truck. When I say and Doug, and just shout out to Doug, he's got an ill family member, which is why he's not here tonight. So hopefully everything works out for him.
Well, definitely a good run for you here. The only driver so far to win back-to-back, or for that matter, the only driver to win 2 races, period, this season. So you are the first one to do that. So big shout out to you for doing that. But we'll let you go rest up and get better. And we are going to get to those unofficial race results, folks. So again, barring any race control issues here, which I don't know if we'll see any. We didn't have too many cautions, Jink, so I don't expect to see any of those. Your unofficial race results are going to be this. Coming away with the win is Aaron Maspero. Second place, Andy Oakley. Third place, Trey Agalgon. Fourth place, Chuck Kemper. And rounding out your top 5, Brian Jones. Again, both of those getting into a early incident and rebounding to 4th and 5th. 6th place goes to Rachel Hunt. 7th place, Carl Hayes. 8th place, Caleb Weekly. 9th place, Dylan Altum. Then rounding out your top 10 is Michael Given. 11th place goes to Jason McSparron. 12th place, Landon Heidi. And 13th goes to Ed Sauls. Again, obviously Chris Orencio was running race control. He did not start the race here tonight. But we want to go through all the sponsors that make all of this possible. Here on the MaxSpeedTV side of things, we have SimSpeedShop.com. For all your sim needs, go check them out. They got some great looking button boxes over there. HRE Motorsports and Elite 7 Racing, the 2 teams that help us do what we do here on MaxSpeedTV as they keep us going. Virtual2Reality.tv. If you are new or want to be new to iRacing, have never been on it before, and you want to say, I'm going to get into that, it looks awesome, it's something I want to do, hit us up on MaxSpeedTV. We do have some 3-month codes. If you have at least a gaming controller or even a pedal and wheels, hit us up. We'll get you 3 months to iRacing for that. So we'll get you started here. Dirt Co. Media House. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be streaming to Facebook right now, so big shout out to them for doing that. And of course, Ohio IndyCar League. They are the newest sponsor here with us. If you are already on iRacing or want to get into it and you are in the Ohio club, definitely check them out for some great IndyCar racing. The title sponsor for this series and the 360 series on Monday night is T&D Rustic Decor. Make sure you check them out on their Facebook page. And if you happen to be in the Oklahoma area, definitely go look them up. Go check them out. They have lots of fantastic rustic decor items. And of course, the championship award sponsor is TJ Woodworking. This race was the TJ Woodworking 100. So definitely make sure you go to their Facebook page. And if you need anything woodworking engraved into any kind of wood, definitely check them out. They do a fantastic job with all of our plaques. They engrave those for us, and they come painted. They are hand painted, so they have a tremendous amount of detail. So definitely check them out. But on behalf of TND, RusticDecor.com, Short Track Series, and MaxSpeedTV, we will see you at the next race, which will be actually tonight with the Ultra Dirt Racing Association coming up here at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. So we will see you then. Until then, stay safe, and we'll see you here shortly.